Hey, Ricky here. Welcome back to another episode of Tunic. Last episode, we started off this game and I fully explained who am I? Well, not really who am I, but the name that I chose for to be known as through this channel. And and also at the end last episode we ended up ending off with a sword. That way now we can do so much damage to our enemies that stand in the way. And in this episode we're gonna continue on fully exploring this forest and see what more lore or story it will give us from there. And apparently, wow, this game is so mean. What the fuck? I can't get up there. I really can't. So what am I supposed to do now? What the hell am I get? I'm gonna get hit every time I get up there. So yeah, now that we got the sword, we are able to just do more damage to these guys. Like, get out of here. There you go. We can actually get this chest right here from our first visit. Actually, from our first visit, with the stick. But since we don't really do that much damage with the stick, so that's why I ended up waiting and just not risking it and everything. And plus, we get money from it, so not really too much we can do, like too much use risk to do. It's not really a good enough risk to take. I mean, it is. I mean, money is a good enough risk to make, honestly, if you're gonna put your life on it. So I guess, but at the same time, we don't really need to do. We don't know what to do with it. So, and apparently, can I? Oh, I was gonna say if I'm able to just do some attacks. But by the way, I didn't really fully explain what the sword mechanic does. It's just, I mean, realistically, it kind of shows that are able to cut grass and bushes and stuff like that. But if you think that this game was practically going to be like almost like similar to Legend of Zelda, well, you're wrong, because when we hold the attack button, usually Link is able to use his charge up attack and spin attack most likely, but in this game, not really. He just swings his sword around and everything. Well, he or she. We don't really not so know too much about the fox and everything. We only know tidbits and stuff like that. That this fox came here before or something and left instruction manuals, or maybe it was a previous fox that came here with the same tunic, as you see in this detail instruction manuals of how to survive in this place. Not really much was given, honestly, so we really don't know. And I don't really know too much of the story. Heck, you guys probably know more than me, since some of you probably have played this game before, or I don't, or are very observant or stuff like that. But honestly, we really don't know anything about this story, about who this fox is, what we're supposed to do, why we're here. But honestly, it kind of feels like it's a game where we can practically discover things on our own or something or stuff like that. But anyways, since we came from up here, I was gonna go through that door, but might as well go here instead. But anyways, last episode I did mention why, or I fully explained why I ended up using the name Ricky. Some of you might be wondering, but what about the numbers? What about the numbers? What do the numbers mean? Ricky 10, 12 and everything. Well, they mean nothing. And ooh, we got some broken stuff, so nothing too much to talk about, honestly. One of three. Wonder what that could mean. Well, who knows? Who effing knows? But anyways, I'll talk about what that piece is. If you want to know, really want to know what it is, just think about Legend of Zelda, what it could possibly be. But anyways, but yeah, like the numbers don't really mean anything at all. It's just some numbers I ended up using. I don't know. Sometimes 10, 12 is just straight up random numbers that I do think about at times. So yeah. So anyways, what the fuck? Now we got the guard captain, which we actually end up seeing in those instruction manuals. Like, he ended up being the boss. Apparently he's the boss of this place, and I wish he actually just leave me alone. Jesus Christ. But kind of seems like, ooh, fuck that. Jesus Christ, he does a lot of damage. Woo. Woo. Oh, he stabs. Oh, no, 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 no. Well, that's our first game over, and we lose our money. No, we're broke now. No. And what happens when we die? Well, whenever you first time died, which will be soon, which would have been eventually, honestly, with my game style and everything. Well, with my play style and everything, and gaming skills. this is what happens. So I don't really know, but apparently we go back to this place where she's held captive. It kind of goes to show when you die, we're practically dead right now. But with the help of her, we're practically back to life. So, yeah. As you see here, if we remember correctly, it says, in a far off land, a great power, a great treasure, was sealed away forever. Some say it is the power to defy death. I guess we now know what we now know why she's trapped there, because she has the power to defy death, which practically, realistically, so do the enemies. So anyone who actually lives in this, and wow, we do a lot of damage. Jesus, I just realized that. But it kind of seems like whoever is stuck on this island are able to defy death, if you really think about it, because they do come back when we respawn or when we use the checkpoint. But weird enough, they don't really come back once we defeat them. But once we do activate that checkpoint again, they do end up coming back. So kind of goes to show. So if now that we know this information, if we really think about it, if my theory is correct, that she's the one behind that door, and she has the power to defy death and everything. And why am I back here? Now that we know that, and that's not what I meant, but I guess I went to do this since that's what it means right here, to defy death. Every being is able to defy death. Does that mean that this character, Tunic, is the same person who left this instruction manual here? Because these pages of the instruction manual, as you see here, I feel like we've died, like this character has died multiple times throughout his adventure of trying to see the door, that he ended up just leaving pages, so that way, just in case he ends up forgetting, we do end up if he ends up forgetting, he has instruction manuals that way to fully explain what you're supposed to do. And by the way, press X right here, we get our stuff back, so kind of cool. And please fight me fairly. Fight me fairly, please. Don't do it one at a time. No, fuck that. Yeah, fight me one at a time. And by the way, we're gonna die. Oh, we're so gonna die. Ow! Get out of here. Okay, we just need one attack. Get out of here. What? Okay, that scared me. Holy shit, I thought that was gonna kill me. As you saw, the reason why we died so easily last time was mostly because I used up my stamina bar, and a lot of damage. I was able to practically take a lot of damage. So yeah, that's what happens. But anyways, but last episode I did talk about why I got referred to myself as Ricky and everything. But I really didn't. But I also didn't really talk about why. And by the way, now that we got a second potion, we could just practically use it. Anyways, but I didn't really fully explain who I really am as well. I'm a and I don't know how to talk about that honestly without I don't know how to start it more likely. But one can say that I love actually I'll talk about this. I'll start with this more likely. And since I am Ricky, my name is Ricky, and I play video games and stuff like that. Throughout my life, I've only remember playing my video games, and if anything, my first memory, I think I mentioned this before, my first ever memory was actually playing a video game, which was Super Mario Bros. And stuff like that. And sorry about that cut. Apparently I got scared right now. I thought someone was gonna go yell at me or something like that for talking too much, honestly, because like I said, it's the middle of the night and people are sleeping, so sorry about that. But anyways, ring strike. Now that we found this, I guess we'll listen to it. Hit it. And I guess this is what it means by bell. If we look at the instruction manual, since it did say hit the bell to ring the bell by the hero's graveyard. So there you go. We don't know what it does, but one can assume that it just might activate the door, honestly. But who knows? Who's to know? I'm gonna go back to the last checkpoint that we ended up activating. So on the way there, I'll fully explain. I'll continue on what I was trying to say. But yeah, my first ever memory is actually playing Super Mario Bros. And ever since then, always been playing games. Up to the age of I believe 4, and up to now 25. And you might be saying, like, I might classify myself as a veteran gamer and stuff like that, because I've been playing a lot of games. Okay, I'm sorry. But, anyways, but yeah, I've been playing throughout my whole life, and that's all I know what to do. No, well, not really all I know what to do or anything, but that's how well experienced I am with some of the games and stuff like that. And apparently, my friends do call me a gamer. I don't know. Uh, when I think about gamers, I mostly think about people who are skilled, people who know how to play the game, people who don't die in the first episode or the second episode of the series. That's what I classify as a gamer, but I guess some people, I guess that's what they call pro gamers or stuff like that. But I don't really refer to myself as a pro gamer or a gamer actual, just more like an enjoyer of someone who plays games and stuff like that. But regardless, I have played this. I have experience on playing multiple games throughout my life, and oh my god, Jesus Christ, I almost died again. I should have just used the fucking checkpoint, honestly. Ugh. Well, let's hope for the best. And what the fuck is over here? Oh, I didn't know this was here. And what we got for our troubles? Seems like a potion of some sort, but we don't really know what it does. So, I still haven't fully used the doll or whatever it is, the ceramic head that we have. So there's that. Apparently we can't do too much right now over here. There's this hook over here that we can't really do too much about. So I guess we have to come back later. And oh, be careful, we're not gonna fight these guys since I'm low in health. But dying doesn't really seem too much of an issue for us since we do respawn back. And what the fuck? Get out of here! Run! I fucking hate spiders, I really do. And by the way, one of my favorite fears is spiders. Oh, that's not what I'm supposed. I thought he was gonna throw it, but apparently not. What does this give us? Oh. Well, I guess that's what it does. Oh well. I thought it was gonna be a doll or something that we were able to chuck it to the enemy and just practically use it as a distraction or something like that. But never mind. I guess I'm too dumb to know that. Oh my god, I should have thought of that. It kind of did look like a piggy bank, not gonna lie. But I don't think they can attack me up here. Ooh, ooh, what the fuck was that? Dodge. Run, please. Leave me alone. I'm just a fox. I don't know anything. Oh, whatever. Heh, loser. I lied. I'm more than just a fox. I'm a fox with a tunic. But anyways, but yeah, I played up until then, and my favorite game so far that I love playing the most, and I could never get sick enough to play it, and I always play for the replay, and the replay value is always good, is a game called Xenoblade Chronicles, honestly. And okay, by the way, you know what? Get over here. That's what you get. You want this? You want what? You saw what happened to your friend? Get out of here. Get out. Get out. I fucking hate spiders. I really do. Funny and like, I'm stupid. I'm gonna come back here 3 times in a row. How many times are we gonna die in this fucking episode? Jesus Christ. But anyways, see, that's why I say I don't refer myself as a gamer. That's why, because I still fucking died and stuff like that. Like in the first area too. I mean, therefore I could just come back. Honestly, I don't really need to do this. Oh, what the fuck? Get out here. Get out. Get out. There you go. Easy. I needed to be quiet apparently. But wow, it's really hard to like remember what I was gonna say. But yeah, like my favorite game so far that I've played is Xenoblade Chronicles, and yes, I am that type of person who plays those games. And I don't mean like I don't mean it's gonna be a gooner and stuff like it kind of is. Well, the second game, I don't know about the first couple ones. I don't think they're that kind of games and everything, but that's that's how I feel though. And oh my god, I hate it. Once they see you, they don't leave you alone, huh? I guess then. I guess we're gonna keep our money over there. Can't really do anything about that. Oh well. Unless we can find a way to just avoid these guys, but huh. But where the fuck am I going? East Forest. I'm back from the beginning. That's where it leads me? Oh shit. I could have just gone from here. Oh. Who would have known? Honestly. I guess this is a small world after all, huh? But yeah. I'm not really. Oh my god. This game is so evil, honestly. Oh well. But yeah, like Xenoblade Chronicles has been my favorite game and franchise as well too. So that's my favorite game so far. And hopefully people in the comments section feel free to leave tell me what your favorite game is. It doesn't have to be like really um like common game or like people are no like you. So I know some people will be like, oh, currently it's Marvel Rivals, currently is Call of Duty. No, legit, tell me your favorite game. I know some people are afraid to tell because they get judged at times. Like, oh my god, that's your favorite game? Oh my god, you really are a sore loser or whatever. But no, go ahead and tell me what your favorite game is, and who knows? Maybe I'll play it one day in the future. Maybe I won't. But regardless, I kind of want to. This kind of is a safe space, regardless, because I kind of want to expand my repertoire and everything. And by the way, when you look at the fucking menu, as you saw right there, they still like as you do. I don't know why I did a long pause right there, but as you saw, enemies are still able to just attack you and everything. So keep that in mind when wanting to switch out. Be in a safe place like this right now. Organize what you want to do, want to use, and then once you go into combat, you're fully prepared. So keep that in mind. And sadly, you can't really just pause and stuff. Well, this is your pause right here, and this one is your pause, obviously, right there too. But just be careful once you do that, because otherwise. And where do I go? Oh, it's right here. I was like, where was the entrance that we took so far? And camera, please. Thank you. Jesus Christ. But yeah. But feel free to tell me what your favorite game is, and maybe one day I'll play it, or maybe stream it, or make it a series. But who knows? But anyways, that is my favorite game. But recently it's been a while. Jesus Christ. Fuck it, dude. Oh, that's what killed. That's what fucking did the damage. Jesus Christ. Boom. Wow. That worked exceptionally. There you go. Boom. Get out of here. Ow. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Apparently we could get burned. I forgot about that, honestly. But, but yeah. It has been a while though, regardless, because I really do love the game, but sometimes one could be burnt out of the series, especially games like that, because it was really a long game, honestly. So yeah, but anyways, spent 600 hours in those in total, but and from that franchise, like Jesus Christ. And I do want to play this new game that came out, Xenoblade Chronicles X. I played it on the Wii U. But I want to play it again. I really do, but haven't found the time or money. Definitely money and stuff like that. But yeah, but yeah. Since the love of games and stuff like that, I've always been, throughout my life, I've always been, practically always been playing a game. Even when I'm supposed to be busy and happens like there was a time where I did take a break from playing games and focus on studies and stuff like that back in high school and stuff like that. And back in high school, a lot of people were like, "Oh my god, you play games? Jesus Christ, grow up! That's for kids and only like you're so lame. My God, I will never date a guy who plays games," which is bullshit because I have seen a lot of women and a lot of men who are practically married and stuff like that and still continue playing games and also being in relationships. I don't understand. I really don't understand the gist of like the bad talk about that. Honestly, what the hell am I doing? Safe right here, but realistically, I no matter what, even if I do decide, oh, and I forgot. Oops, sorry about that. I moved the mic, but regardless of that, I don't think I'll ever give up playing games. Even if I do end up, even in my 50s, even in my 60s or 70s, I'll still find a way to play games, regardless. So, video games more like it. But yeah, and who knows? Maybe one day, if I ever have grandkids and stuff like that, I'll be like, Grandpa, please play a game. I'm gonna be that type of grandpa, realistically. So, can't wait for that. And by the way, there is this well over here, which we can't really do anything about. So, press OK. Now that we practically are finished with this whole area. Now that we ring the bell, I could cut to the part. Well, not right here. Oh, actually, I will cut to the part where I'm out this for. So, BRB. And I'm back over here. So, I wanted to come over here because this is the fastest way to actually leave this place, honestly. I wanted to fully explore the other places, but apparently it wasn't too much worth of showing off. And I think over here is where we practically fall off the freaking ladder and everything. So, we really couldn't go back since the ladder was broken. So, that's why I ended up coming over here instead. But anyways, I do love playing games and stuff like that, but it has gone to the point eventually I might end up taking a break because due to work reasons and stuff like that, but regardless, I'll try to find a time like right now because it is the middle of the night and I can just fully be free right now and do whatever I want, honestly, with the as long as I'm in quiet and everything. But yeah. So this is one of my times. There will be times where I won't be able to upload stuff, but I'll do my best to do so regardless. And I know this past two like recently I have taken like weeks off of uploading and stuff like that, which I'm sorry about, but it wasn't really nothing I could do anyways. And of course the directions east west and stuff like that doesn't tell us. Oh well. But now that we have the sword, we're able to practically open up new areas for us because if you remember correctly, there was a grass section we couldn't really fully explore because we didn't have the sword and everything. And by the way, the bushes do end up growing back if you not with using the respawn, but actually leaving the game. They end up coming back actually. I actually don't know. I remember it did before, but I have no idea honestly. And ooh, what is this? A new page. I wonder if it's hopefully it's number what? No, number page 28. Huh. The map of the area. So far, whenever you open up this section of the map, it does tell you where exactly you are. So, kind of cool. As you see here, we were to the east side, which is the forest where we were at. Sadly enough, we didn't really get the map for the place, but I guess we'll end up going back there to see what else the forest has for us because we do end up going back. Right now, what we could do is it does give us a little bit of instructions. Ringing the west bell, the west garden dark tome. So it looks like we're gonna go to the left side of the map, honestly. So, well, yeah, to the left side. Well, if you, oh, by the way, a little trick for you guys to know which when playing a game and don't know where's east, north, east, south, and west. It's easy to know. It's easy to in this way. Imagine north is the top area, and south is the bottom. And that's your north and south. Your right side will always be east, and your left side will always be left when looking at a map. Easy way to do it. So now that you know, the top part is north, and whoop, wrong page. The left side, the right side is east. The bottom side is south, and the left side is west. Easy way to know. Honestly, it took me a while to figure it out. And what's funny right now is that when as I play this game, I'm actually facing north, realistically. So it's easy for me to know where north is, honestly. But anyways, um, but yeah, like eventually I will end up taking a break, and hopefully, not too much actually, because I really do love playing games. But I have been feeling a bit burnt out recently, and it's not, and I'm not blaming this on my friends and stuff like that, but honestly, a huge part of it's mostly because of them. Because as you know, for those who don't know me, well, that's why I'm actually doing this series. Um, for those who haven't really fully watched the stuff that I do, I normally during around this time when at night, I do play games with my friends during around this time. And that's why this series actually has been taking a long time to make, mostly because I've mostly been playing games with my friends throughout the night. And right now and recently too, I've decided to take a break from playing with them. I know it sounds bad. I still like them and everything. I do play with them all the time, but I need a break. I need some me time, honestly, because my social battery isn't. Well, I do have a huge social battery, but honestly, it's been like what since November that I've been constantly been playing with them, so I need a break. And right now it's July, so yeah, so yeah. But anyways, that's why I'm able to do this project apparently. So, anyways, um, I might be end up taking a break from uploading and stuff like that, but don't worry, I'll try to make sure I'm able to make enough content at the as I can go on. So that way it doesn't feel like I took a break or whatever. But anyways, but yeah, that's how I've been feeling recently. And but back to why I play games though. I don't know. Ever since I played these games like these, like Mario, Zelda, and other games as I grew up, like fucking Okami and stuff like that, and new games like these, like Tunic, it's mostly because it brings me joy. It always does. No matter what game I play, whether it always makes me mad or whether it just makes me upset with the story, I'm always able to find enjoyment on whatever type of game I can get. The only games I do say that don't really bring too much enjoyment when playing by myself is actually like online games like shooter games or stuff like what's it called? Minecraft and stuff like that. I don't know. I really can't find the joy of playing those games by myself. It's always fun with friends, but almost every game is practically is fun with games, but by myself, realistically, I wouldn't really play them. So, which I'm kind of grateful for with my friends, honestly, because they really have managed to kick me out of my comfort zone and just play games like Marvel Rivals and stuff like that. And I mean, originally I was gonna play that game by myself, but now I'm able to enjoy it more. And what is this now? Page 16. Did we skip page? Okay, we didn't skip a page. As you see here, I think it's just fully explainable. Like now, when we have full health and stuff like that, full health, full stamina bar, we're able to effortlessly, with style and everything, we're able to just dodge perfectly. But when we dodge with our low health, with no health bar, as you see right there, we do end up stumbling a bit. So our safety, our safety will be in danger. Stability. So whenever we do some dodges, I guess we do have like we're practically stable, aren't stable. So we do end up tripping and stuff like that. So I guess that's what it meant from when I was talking about last episode. And we take more damage as we are on low on what's it called? Low on low on stamina. It's just so weird seeing the green. Like, why is it green? I'm so used to green being health, but no. But oh, and stability. So I figured it out. I figured out what it is. Okay. Um, as you see here, we do end up getting the shield one day. Who knows? Maybe in this episode, we don't know, but one day we will. And once we do, there's a thing called stability. As you see, when we're full on stamina, we're able to evade safely, but we're more vulnerable when we're at low stamina. Our damage taken with full stamina is 100%, but we get another additional 50% when we take damage. So keep that in mind. Blocking. When we have the shield with full stamina, we're able to just take the hit and not to get damage. But when we're low on stamina, we aren't able to block. And if we are to the point that we still have stamina but it's still red, when we block, we lose balance and we are more vulnerable than ever to damage. So keep that in mind. To enemies' attacks, I mean. And special tech, I don't know about that yet. So we'll learn that in the future. So, but yeah. Actually, I think special technique just means when upgraded attacks and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. But anyways, um, but yeah, what was I saying earlier? But oh yeah, I always find a lot of enjoyment playing games and stuff like that. And ooh, what's this? Can't really do anything about that. But that's why you might be wondering then, is that the reason why I started playing games? And playing games, recording games. Actually, no. The more reason why I decided to do let's plays and actually post games online. And ooh, we got a thing. Who knows what that is? We'll probably figure it out once we get the third piece. Because if you look at this, we're 2 out of 3, so we don't know for certain. So, but anyways, the reason why I started doing let's plays and stuff like that is mostly because that's something I really wanted to do ever since I started watching some let's players. Back then I used to watch a majority of the Runaway guys like Sugar Conroy, Proton John, Nintendo Capri Sun, and then eventually it grew as in when I watched other people like Cooper Kung Fu and also now currently I've been watching more people streaming, like Chilled Chaos and KR Speedy, Sidearms, and stuff like that, and their whole crew and everything. Jesus Christ, that is a lot of damage. Well, we shouldn't really be fighting these guys, honestly. Let's go continue looking, exploring, and everything. But it looks like there's a door here which we can't really do too much about, so... and we already been here. Actually, that's why I went over there. Duh. Makes sense. But yeah, I ended up watching them play, do more streaming and stuff like that and playing, and it just kind of encouraged me to want to do more. And it took me a while to actually get the process to set up, honestly, because for the longest time, I didn't think I needed a PC. I mean, for the longest time, I always thought that you needed a PC to actually record videos and stuff like that. But actuality, all I needed was a laptop and a capture card. So, whoopsies on that. I ended up wasting a lot of money than I should, honestly. I'm sorry, Mom. I really am. But I really needed to do this because I really wanted to have a hobby and stuff like that. But yeah. And oh yeah, and for those who who would happen to ask me if video games happen to be a hobby or a passion of mine, and ow, bitch! Oh my, Jesus Christ! Oh, he blocks it. Shit! I forgot he has a shield. Oh my god! New enemy right here. He can now block, and be careful with that. Now that he blocks, you can only attack him when he attacks. So keep that in mind. And get out of here! Get out of my sight! And what is here? Ooh. Not very much I can do here. Oh, actually, never mind. I can. I thought this was like a ledge or something like that, but never mind. And what does this give me? You got flowers. What do they do? Who knows? But you have them. Oh well. I think I know what they do later, which we can't really do for now, so keep that in mind. And we got the firecrackers. I kind of want to have them in my disposal for the time being. That way I could just... It's kind of like the bombs that we had earlier to kill those spiders. We can now use them as well. But no, the reason why I ended up... yeah, like I said, it's just because I wanted to, because I was mostly encouraged by these content creators just through looking at their content. And since they were having so much fun and everything, And now that I have a group of friends that practically helped me out a lot with making videos and stuff like that, and eventually keep, I will spoil this for a bit because I do want to tell you guys, there is gonna be a little heads up. I will be making another co-op Let's Play with one of my friends. It's not gonna be the same guy. Don't worry. It's gonna be someone else. I don't know why I say don't worry. Like he did like the guy. Well, he's not that he was a bad one. Like no. I mean as in don't worry as in I'm gonna show up who else can are my friends and stuff like that. And oh god, check that please. And ooh, they're fighting. What the hell? Why did he come here? Fucking asshole. Take that, bitch. Whatever. Anyways, but yeah, there's gonna be a new Let's Play, a new co-op Let's Play with my friend. I think I mentioned him before, but a guy named Isaac. Well yeah, Isaac, but also which he's known as, which I know him as Blue Comet. So can't wait for that. Can't wait to set that thing up too. So keep that in. So be prepared for that because it's gonna be a fun one. Realistically, I feel like it's gonna be a fun one. I haven't really recorded, but it's in talks right now, and we're planning on doing some stuff like that. So I can't wait for it. But anyways, and ooh, what does this lead me to here? And wow, we actually do go back. We do swim. Well, not really swim. We're just in the water, dipping your toes and everything. So yeah. Anyways, keep that in mind. But that's why mostly I wanted to play. Why I started doing this thing, and that's why I classified this as mostly a hobby more than less than a passion. Maybe, but who knows? Maybe as I continue on making this, well, maybe one day it'll become a passion of mine to continue doing stuff like this. Honestly, and oh my god, there's a lot of fucking swords that he shoots out. Jesus Christ, and that's why yeah, like I said, and the reason why, and even though I did mention earlier why I haven't really focused on streaming more often, it's mostly because I kind of want to just not really be on camera all the time and worry about what will happen if things have been said and stuff like that. So during live, I'd rather just be recording. Oh, plus I feels like YouTube has been more successful than Twitch in my opinion with with the amount of views. And wow, cool, 1 coin, his life savings and everything. But we don't know whose room this is, honestly. But it kind of seems like this used to be Tunic's room. If you really think, if it kind of, because otherwise, who else is here rather than Tunic? But whatever. And by the way, I named the fox after the game name. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, I name him Tunic and everything. Ooh. What is this? We got the shield. Now that we have the shield, we're practically able to just block any enemy's attacks. I will fully explain the mechanics of this in a later day, in a later episode, because we're not gonna be facing on enemies. Because I'm legit. This is gonna be where we leave off the episode. But anyways, to fully finish my story. But yeah, that's why I've mostly been playing games. Plus, I feel like ever since I started playing games and stuff like that, it feels like a waste every time I play them off camera. So, so that's why I ended up. So that's why I ended up. That's why I ended up just practically waiting until when I do want to upload these stuff and everything. So yeah. And what is over here? Huh. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. I guess they're just pedestals, I guess. But yeah, that's why I've mostly been doing this stuff like this, because it has been really, like, video games have been a lifelong thing for me, and that's why I decided if I'm gonna do this, why not record it, and why not just share it as well. I know it might be some people might not like me of how I play or how I act and stuff like that, but there are some people who might actually do enjoy what I make. So that's why I make videos like these, and just sometimes it may be chill, sometimes it may be over the top, and sometimes I could just try to be, whether I am funny or try to be funny. I'll continue making these videos until until like I don't know until I can or whatever. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. We did end up finding the shield and ended up ringing the bell and defeated our first boss and dying 4 times or whatever. I think that's gonna be it for this episode. So thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, we'll fully explore this dungeon. Seems like it, but until then, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Later. What does this button do?